right, Beacon, we're back for Thursday, August 27th. Hope you're ready for a good and heavy cardio weightlifting day. So, just as a quick reminder, we have moved Home Gym to its own program in Wodify, which is allowing us to plan some really cool upgrades to that behind the scenes that we'll be telling you more about soon. But in the meantime, as we transition, let's all head into our app and make sure we're adding to our leaderboard in the filter that we can see Home Gym. Because we want to make sure that we're still cheering on those athletes. And you've got to check that off in order to get their scores pulled back over into your leaderboard. So head into your app, head to your leaderboard, and under filters, make sure you check off Home Gym so you can see who's crushing it at home. All right, let's dig into Buttercup. We are going for 3 minutes for 5 rounds. Now, the idea of this style workout is when we have an interval like this, is not to continuously work and let them bleed into each other, but rather have some built-in rest. So, we are looking to complete the first 2 movements in about 2 minutes, which will give us a chance to get our deadlifts in, and as you're about to see, give you time to rest and add weight to your deadlift bar. So, 3, 2, 1, go. You got a 3-minute clock to complete 10 strict pull-ups. So if we're hanging from the rig, we want to make sure we get to full extension, chin all the way over bar, back down for full extension. If you're doing an Aussie row, we're going to get our chest all the way to the bar, all the way back down. 25 anchored ab mat sit-ups. Now this is super intentional. So you are going to get a heavy object, kettlebell, slam bell. Feet are on the floor, knees are pointed up. The top of our rep is going to be touching our ankles today. So we're going down, up to our ankles. Notice that I'm not using my arms. Okay, we're not flinging these today. The idea is to activate and challenge our core here as we're headed in to our deadlifts, which then require our core. So after that, you're gonna get on your deadlift bar for 5 deadlifts. Making sure your hips and shoulders lift together. Really focusing on getting some tension in our hamstrings. Now, a quick little technique tip for your deadlifts. When we're in our setup, we want to have our hips between our shoulders and knees, rather than, well, I'll fall over if I go there, all the way down by our knees or all the way up with our shoulders. So in the middle. So I've got one line across here. This is its own plane. This is its own plane. Okay. So your coaches are gonna work to help you get into a solid setup position, because that's where everything gets activated to work through your deadlift. Now, after those 5 deadlifts, needs to be time left on the clock so you can add some more weight to your bar. When we get to the 3-minute mark, you start over. So every round, we're building in our deadlift weight. Our score today is our heaviest round of deadlifts completed. So that's gonna be fun. I don't want you to confuse it with a 5-rep max, because it's not that at all, right? We are going to be out of breath. Your core is going to be taxed. We're looking mid-metcon. What is a good heavy set of 5 we can build up to? Now, for anybody doing this workout at home, it is going to look a little different, because if you don't have the ability to build up. So if that's not true, if you're working out at home, but you have lots of options for building up, then you can still do it this way. You can still build up every round. You would just want to swap the pull-ups out if you don't have a pull-up rig for the bent over row. But if you're at home and all you've got is your 1 dumbbell, chances are it's not super heavy because it's the universal dumbbell, right? So we're gonna change up our rep scheme in order to get you in a solid workout. I do want you to find about 45, 30 seconds of rest between rounds. Your movements will be bent over rows. Depending on the weight of your dumbbell, imagine my hands on something here, they could be these kind or these kind. What's important here is the shape of my back. It's straight and long. We want to avoid any type of rounding. Lock in that straight back. For the anchored sit-ups, find yourself something heavy and anchor your feet to it. You can also toss your toes underneath a couch or something like that. For deadlifts, if you only have one dumbbell, 2 options. Hold the dumbbell in the center of your body for deadlifts and switch hands halfway through. Or you can hold the dumbbell across the heads of the dumbbell, making sure you're going to mid-shin and then standing, rather than trying to overreach to the ground, because chances are most of us don't have the mobility to get there, and we're gonna wanna pick it up from mid-shin instead. So, Thursday, deadlift day. As Lori would say, never miss a deadlift day. Whether you're doing this one at home or coming into Beacon, we'll see you soon. Here we go.